Hello everyone and welcome back to the second ever Pro v Pro show match on the first ever Pro v Pro day. Show matches suggested by the community, provided for by the community, and casted for you guys, the community. We already had Destiny versus Pokemon. Destiny taking that down 4-2. This is going to be the second show match of the day. Dimaga versus WhiteRa. Dimaga and WhiteRa are currently tied 1-1. And a little bit how it works if you're just now joining us. The community pledges money. Of course, the money is not taken out of any accounts until the show match is actually played, until it culminates. But once the show match culminates, all the money that is pledged is then given to the players. Of course, 70% to the winner, 20% to the loser, and 10% for PayPal fees, server fees, and whatnot. You can read all about that on the FAQ. ProVPro.org feels really strongly about being as transparent as possible. This is for the community. That's just what it is, guys. That's what it is. We're not. I mean, I don't know how else to explain it. EonShikeno, maybe you can explain it better. But this is going to be game number 3. Dimaga versus WhiteRa tied 1-1, and WhiteRa actually going to wall off on his high ground,
which is going to be lucky for him because Dimaga went for an 8 pool this game.
Ooh.
So this is the one game I'm glad WhiteRa actually didn't go for a Forge Fast expand, because it would have really killed him, and he did scout it out. So luckily for him, he's not going to go for that Forge Fast expand. It's going to work out pretty well for him. And fortunately, Dimaga is just going to be able to probably just drone up behind this, maybe make 1 or 2 Zerglings, and then go for a hatch and kind of play it out into the mid game.
Yeah, Dimaga going for the 3 drone.
What? He's double gateway?
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty standard. I'll explain that in a second, but Dimaga just making drones behind this, which is kind of funny. I assumed he saved 3 larvae, and the 3 larvae were made into eggs. I assumed those eggs were Zerglings, but they were actually 3 drones. And yeah, the idea behind the two gateways is you get a zealot out. Usually reaction is forge, right? The problem with putting on a forge is that invests in static defenses, and what if the Zerg doesn't commit, right? So then you have a forge, you have a cannon, and they're not doing anything, especially on the high ground. The cannon on the high ground won't really help at all. But with the 2 gateways, you can get out zealots and then counterattack, and if they send lings, you can clean those up easily, and then you can directly counterattack with 2 gateways worth of zealots. But seeing as how Dimaga canceled any Zerglings, or decided not to send any Zerglings at all, WhiteRa just ended up canceling the gateway, putting down a Cybernex core. So this is going to be a relatively standard game as far as of right now, because both these players, or at least Dimaga, initially was going for the early Zerglings, but then changed his mind.
Yeah, he faked out WhiteRa there for a little bit, and that's why I was confused why I went for the double gateway, because I saw him making drones. I'm like, why does he not know that? But of course, you can't tell what's being made there. So playing it safe, going for the gateway, smart over there. It makes more sense once I realize and look from the look from the perspective of WhiteRa.
Yes, perspective.
And already going for a double gas. Did Dimaga scout that out? He did. He sees the second up there. So what do you think WhiteRa's going to go for here? He's oh no, Zergling get in. But there's no.
I'm going to be safe. I'm going to be safe in this call, and I'm going to say Warp Prism in this game.
Warp Prism.
I think he's going to go for Warp Prism in this game. I think that's the safest call you can make when WhiteRa is playing. Or I'm a super genius.
Yeah, that's pretty safe.
But Ling does get into the base, doesn't see too much. These are the 2 gases being saturated, but he already saw the assimilator before. It's not too huge of a deal. Ling trying to play hide and seek, but once again, hide and seek in StarCraft 2 means you die if you're found, and Ling is going to die. So Stalker was not playing along, and Ling got killed. Supply depot going to be worked on by that zealot. Stalker going to try to do some harassment. There's an overlord here, but he can just scoot over the high ground and be fine.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit for speed finishes, so this is going to allow him to do a little bit of poking, maybe kill a drone or 2, but no, he's going to turn around and chase the Zergling. It seems like WhiteRa is going to go for a 1 gate expand here, pump out some sentries, try and get some defense up, probably see him throw down 2 more gateways here fairly soon. And Dimaga is just going to do some droning up. Actually, he's made 14 Zerglings, so he's going to start applying some pressure here. Whoa, more Zerglings coming out.
Yeah.
For Dimaga's, he loves playing aggressive.
I know, dude. Like, every one of these games, it's like so much aggression early on. That may be in response to game number 1. Or no, it was game number 1. See, now I'm forgetting. I was thinking of game number 2.
That was the Antigua Shipyard game.
No, that was game 2, wasn't it? Oh, that was game 1.
That was game 1.
I'm so confused. Yes,
yeah,
that was game 2.
A lot of Zerglings coming out here. Speed is close to being finished. I like how he's pulling most of the Zerglings into his main in case he does get scouted out by the Stalker. Here comes the Stalker. Only going to see 6 or 7, and there's so many more Zerglings in his main. And if he picks up the Stalker, that's a large percentage of WhiteRa's army.
Yes, it is indeed. It's actually 13.5% of his army.
Oh my god, 3 sentries and a zealot, and he only has 1 gateway.
Yeah.
And he just chrono boosted out, and he chrono boosted the next.
He's in trouble.
He's in trouble.
He's in trouble. Zergling's coming forward. Force field going down in between the Nexus and the mineral lines. Zergling's getting by into the main base. Pretty nice force field, but honestly, WhiteRa could be dead.
Yeah, he's got enough for like two more force fields. He's going to lose that warp gate on the left, and that's going to open up a big gateway, or a big gate, a big gaping hole. He's going to force field, but not enough. He's going to break in there. Now Zergling's going to continue to stream their force field. Not good enough. They're going to get in around all those sentries' business, and there's just so much death and destruction going on in the natural of WhiteRa's base. Yeah,
Dimaga flowing in, all these Zerglings cleaning up the army of WhiteRa, taking out plenty of probes as well. This Nexus is going to go down. Ling's just going to get into the high ground. WhiteRa not able to wall that off. And there's the GG from WhiteRa. So Dimaga goes up 2-1. And WhiteRa going for the 1-gate expand. Dimaga not letting it happen.
Yeah, WhiteRa playing greedy, and Dimaga not so much. He just goes for the death blow every single time. But I loved how he pulled those Zerglings back. He shows like 6. Stalker sees 6. But he's like, I mean, a lesser player would have showed all, killed the Stalker. That would have gave him a couple seconds to make some more units, maybe wall up a little bit better. There's just so much that he could have done there if he would have showed those Zerglings, and he didn't. Which, I mean, that was a key point in this game.
Yep, I agree, and you know that's going to do it for that game. I mean, Dimaga just flowing in the Zerglings, not letting WhiteRa expand. You know, 1-gate expand. You know, it's pretty vulnerable, and Dimaga again taking advantage of that. So pretty cool play there by Dimaga. He'll go up 2-1 if my math is correct. Is that right?
2-1 is correct, and we're going to move on into game number 4.
Game number 4, and that being said, the overlay's wrong. It's not my YouTube channel. Tisk, your YouTube channel is right. Mine is wrong. So I'm going to have to talk to the producer guy about that. Just kidding. But that being said, guys, this is ProVPro.org. Go ahead. You can still donate to these two players. Of course, at ProVPro.org, you can make your pledge. Of course, at the end of this series, the money will be taken out, and 70% will go to the winner, 20% to the loser, 10% towards fees and whatnot. You can check all that out at ProVPro.org. Again, you have until the end of the series to donate. That being said, see you guys in Game 4, and don't go anywhere.